Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ponder.
You guys are such a wonderful group. We are doing 1.1 integers, our first lesson of the year. Can somebody please read the I can statement? What can you now do? What can you now do, Yusra? Louder, Yusra.
I can identify and compare and order integers.
Good. So all of you hopefully can say, Mr. Ponder, I know what an integer is. I can compare integers and I can put them in order. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, and here's how we got there. We talked about vocab and we talked specifically about what an integer was. I'm not going to actually read it to you because you can read it for yourself. But we know that what an integer, we now know what an integer is. We all know what positive and negative numbers are. And then we came up with a really, really important idea that if we could use anything on a test from this first main idea with our 1-1 vocab, it would be that. Opposite numbers are the same except one has a negative sign. So if I say what's the opposite of 5, you would say, class?
-5.
Excellent. So you got that. So that's our first main idea. Then we went down to reading integers, and I gave you a couple of phrases, like a loss of 40. And I said, write how you would express a loss of 40, and you all said -40. I said, write how would you express a gain of 15, and I think it was Tyler who said what, Tyler?
15.
Okay, and then we said a decrease of 3, and you all said?
-3.
If I said that a profit of $20 was made by a company, how would you write that? Raise your hand. How would you write a profit of 20, Shama? 20. Would there be a plus in front of it? You could, but you usually don't, right? You could put a plus, but you usually don't. Okay, and then we went in here and we said, okay, a gain is a positive, a loss is a negative in front of a number, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Number 3, we talked about inequalities. Most of you had no idea what this meant or what this meant. You all now know that it means, this line means what, you guys? Equal. So we're talking about down here, we're talking about greater than or equal to. We're talking about less than or equal to. And we know that when you're reading inequalities, you read from left to right. So if we look at 7a here, we know 6 and 9 have different values. We know that 6 is less than 9. Therefore, the alligator wants to eat the bigger, everybody?
Number.
So if we have 9 first and we have 6 second, we read left to right. And we know that 9 is greater than 6. So you guys said up here that the alligator or the inequality always eats the larger number, which is your cheat sheet idea. And then the last thing we did was number 4, and we put numbers in order, which I think for most of you is pretty easy. When you put numbers in order, you go from the smallest number to the biggest number, the least number to the biggest number, the least to the greatest, and so on and so forth. Any questions before I stop the video?